WesWes Show.
I was going to ask you about the Fisher Harris, bro. Well, fucking awesome news, man. That's an upgrade, eh? Is that an upgrade or what? Like, or I mean, I know Addin Fonua-Blake's right up there with the best props, but man, you got the New Zealand Kiwis captain here, man. What do you guys think of that, man? Warriors best buy ever?
Probably close to it. I think it's definitely an upgrade because you got, like you said, Kiwis captain, but you also got a premiership winning prop coming across to your team that adds that experience of grand finals, of winning grand finals, knowing what it's like and what you need to do throughout a season to stay fit, stay healthy, knows what it takes to get to the back end of the season and to play finals footy. So, definitely an upgrade. Is he the best buy of the Warriors? Probably close to it. I reckon he's probably up there with RTS, to be honest. When Roger first came over from Sydney City, like that was a massive coup because I know those guys were grooming Roger to be the next Minicello when Mini was getting close to retiring, and then when he ended up coming over to the Warriors, everyone was like, "Hey!" And so, yeah, and I think he's right up there with being one of the Warriors' best buys ever.
Yeah, just I guess that's reflecting the draw of the Warriors too. It just reflects how well they're going to be able to attract good talent. It's no longer like you said, one of the other weeks side, a place where players used to come to retire, I'm a Kiwi, I was just going to go back there and settle down now, get my end of my pay packet.
Yeah.
Like even kind of, I think Isaac Luke changed that kind of because everyone thought he was coming here to finish out his career, and he really, gave it a good run at the end of his career. And now just seeing, especially with those kind of connections that, Andrew Webster has. So, Fisher Harris knows those systems, Kate well.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, so just a lot of young kids as well, kind of the young talent that we have coming through, Jacob Leban and that. Having guys like that just to guide them and help them understand that level of professionalism they need to be elite. Yeah, real exciting buy. Awesome timing too, that's a like for like or even an upgrade, I reckon, from Fonua-Blake.
Big time upgrade.
Fonua-Blake is such a leader in his actions. But you're having someone like Fisher Harris just to help these young kids with their professionalism.
To get someone like that, like you said, like I think Warriors, and no disrespect to the past players, but they have been like collect your pension kind of buys. Whereas now, with the exception now, Bobby just touched on RTS with his signings. Now you got a superstar at his peak, man. Like,
yeah,
at the very peak. And I think Warriors have up their sleeve, like to begin with. Ideally, man, that you want to hold on, identify these players when they're young, because obviously come through the Kiwi New Zealand system. But what they got up their sleeve, bro, is getting these Kiwis wanting to come back, yearning to come back home, play in front of their family. Like they can, someone like Fisher Harris, bro. If you're another Kiwi, when it comes to international time, you start talking to fellow players. Yeah, man, you should come along. That's what it's gonna happen, bro. Because you see quality, man. Like you see him think this kid's gonna think, fuck, I'm going back home. This team's looking pretty good. Do the old Harris Tavita. I don't want to play. Oh no, I want to play now. But nah, bro. Ask me, easily the best buy. Easily the best buy.
But when I read that what Chanel had said, I was thinking, suddenly, who even does that? Like, if that's your state of mind and that's what you're thinking, keep that shit to yourself, man. When you guys listen to the public domain,
we were all thinking like, this guy just wants to come when we're playing. But now he's actually come out and fucking said it. Like, whoa.
He's like, exactly. I saw them playing and then I was like, I want to be part of it again. Like, it's a little.
I
want to break. I've been playing for so long. I need a break.
I found the X and gave me the Eagle powers.
Do you think these players in that changing room
were a lie?
You think these players in that changing room that did the old, hey, bro, good to have you back, but really on the inside they're like, where the fuck were you last year, bro? Just gallivanting around Europe. Like,
you know what? They probably thought that, and then that, reading that as a public, members of the public, I'm thinking, man, what do What do his teammates think when they read that? They're
Yes,
the ones that
you're a human,
busted their
man.
balls for
Yes,
last season
tell him,
up the
man.
wires.
We had a stink year with you too, man. But then we stuck it out. We believed.
And then to say, oh, if they didn't have the year that they did last year, I probably wouldn't come back. I was like, hey, guys, you should have just not come back. We don't need that in our
If I'm
team,
in that
man.
position, I'll be like, fuck, I wish I could go have a kafar for a year and then come back and get a new contract.
Let me go spend some of my coupe then. I mean, wonder why I was working so hard, but I ain't never seen these paychecks. Huh?
Honestly, man. Honestly, suddenly you're lucky you are as good a player as you are. And that Webster's probably thinking, shit, I've got players injured. I need this fool in my rotation. But
Yeah, you're right.
he's
Eh?
only come in the last
Yeah.
5-10 minutes. I'm thinking, I have a feeling that him coming out in public is probably, it's probably dented his reputation a little bit. At Mount Smart, I was like, "Sonny, don't say shit like that out in public," and that just goes to
Shut
show
up, bro.
how immature he
Yeah.
thinks. It's like, Sonny, that's not even funny. That might be something you say as like a funny crack up joke in your
Too
small
honest,
circle of
man.
friends, but don't go and garlati that to the world. Like, yeah, nah, it's because up the wires are doing really well. I wouldn't have come back if they did Gaia like our COVID years. It's terrible. Like, it's terrible.
All right, let's move on to the next game. The not Eel Boys. The Eels and the Cowboys. What'd
Let's
you go
talk
on this?
about.
Did you go Eels on this, Bobby? Nah, we both went
I went
Cowboys.
Cowboys on this one, actually.
Yeah.
I went Cowboys on this one because I honestly thought that the Eels were playing terrible. And they got pumped by the Raiders the week before, but then they bounced back. But they bounced back against a team that's I thought had been playing really well. Like the Cowboys have been playing well this season.
Mm.
I didn't actually think that they would do well, but I think they've done better with Dylan Brown stepping up. Like they're still waiting on Moses to come back, but he's kind of stepping into the gap. Like, doesn't matter if Moses is not here. I'm here. Yeah, and again, Hopgood played really well. Gustafson, yeah, I don't know. Like I honestly thought that the Cowboys had enough to beat the Eels in this game, but in the end, they didn't. So
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, the Cowboys are a bit of a worry, like kind of floating in and out of games. Kind of games they should have, and then they kind of just fall off. They started hot on the beginning of this one. They missed the try because of obstruction, and then they got the next one. It's just interesting. Like, just the way the Cowboys are going. Good to see Dejan in there. I think that really freed up Dylan. I don't know. What do you think about this one,
Ice
Si?
got a try.
Mm-hmm.
It was a good game. It was a tight game. I think both clubs are kind of similar where they're at. I think the Cowboys will be a bit disappointed because you got the Eagles without Mitchell Moses, bro. They're like, this is prime picking to get a win off them.
Yeah.
So Eels, man, they after bringing in RC back, I think they were better for it. But this guy's I don't know, it's a bit unlucky. Like I think he's good enough to be a regular 5'8" or regular half in the competition, but he just kind of give Dylan Brown a bit more time to not have to run the team around. So in that regard, the Eels were a lot better with Dylan Brown and Asi there. I think last week they had what's his name, Blaze Talangi in that standoff, and I don't know for kid that young was probably a bit too much of a ask. Cowboys, man, they kill me on my picks every fucking week, man. Like they just look like awesome when they get when they hold on to the ball and they got drink water. They got these stars in the back line. They got a pretty decent pack, but they're not they're real inconsistent, bro. They're fucking everywhere every week. I just want to mention Tamalolo. He looks like a real shadow of himself, man. Like, I really
Yeah,
think he's
yeah.
carrying an injury, man. It's a bit sad to see a brother like that. Because we know what he's capable of. He was one of the
Mm.
first props to start running
Yeah.
like 200
Well, he's on
plus.
that. Yeah, when you look at that leader list with Manu and all of them,
Mm,
he's still in there. He's only one of the few forwards in that list now.
yeah.